First practice at Imola, a legendary circuit with a history to match any on the F1 calendar, and the home of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in recent years. Quite a weekend for McLaren last time out, their drivers securing a double 1-2, Lando Norris victorious in the Miami Sprint, and Oscar Piastri with the spoils in Sunday's Grand Prix. The Australian, the first McLaren driver to win 3 consecutive races since Mika Häkkinen back in 1997-1998. And the papaya cars powered to the top again here. Piastri with the bragging rights again, with a time of 1 minute 16.545, just 300ths ahead of Norris. Alex Albon matched his best finish of the season last time out, P5 in Melbourne and Miami. Williams definitely seemed to be a team on the up. The Thai driver was flirting with Imola's extremes, taking to both grass and gravel at times. He finished P8, but teammate Carlos Sainz, perhaps feeling a bit hard done by in Miami, was the best of the Grove drivers, finishing a fine P3. Several big changes at Alpine since the last round. Oliver Oakes has resigned as team principal, the third person to leave that post in the last 2 years. Executive advisor Flavio Briatore will be covering the extra duties for the time being, starting here in Imola, where we'll also see Franco Colapinto rejoin the grid, taking over from Jack Doohan in one of the French outfit's cars alongside Pierre Gasly for, according to the team, the next 5 rounds. Doohan will remain with Alpine as its first choice reserve. The Argentine driver upset Yuki Tsunoda halfway through the session, the Red Bull man feeling blocked. Colapinto also found the gravel at the Villeneuve chicane. Gasly, the more experienced of the pair, nabbed a commendable 6th spot on the timing tables, his new colleague down in 17th. Ferrari can count 2 home races on the calendar these days. Aside from this one, they've got Monza to look forward to in September. Charles Leclerc dipped a wheel in the gravel at turn 12, the section known as Acqua Minerale, and later went even wider at 15, the Variante Alta. In fact, the man from Monaco could hardly keep out of the loose stuff, spraying stones on multiple occasions. Scuderia teammate Lewis Hamilton, winner here in 2020, went across the grass at the same place and later complained of brake problems.
The car doesn't want to stop.
Despite his problems, the 7-time champion finished a creditable P5, the wayward Leclerc on the second page, P12 at the flag. For Kimi Antonelli, this is truly a home race. The 18-year-old goes to school just down the road in Bologna and has brought a slew of classmates and teachers as his VIP guests this weekend. The Mercedes rookie also has a special helmet design for the occasion, resplendent in the Azzurri blue and the Italian flag colours, incorporating a tribute to Ayrton Senna, the man who holds the record for the most poles here and who tragically lost his life at this circuit back in 1994. Antonelli's team was given a little help by one George Russell, his eagle-eyed Silver Arrow colleague, offering some of his own insights.
Lots of bottom end and flank wear from Kimi. Exit turn 4, entry turn 5.
George Russell will drive your car and he'll tell you about the other one.
That's incredible feedback.
Russell continued his recent fine form, P4 for his efforts in FP1, Antonelli only P13. Red Bull brought upgrades to Imola, but both their drivers were playing down the significance on press day. In FP1, Max Verstappen wasn't feeling completely comfortable.
Yeah, I can't rely on the rear. Still second, drifting everywhere.
Upset.
His concerns evidenced by this big slide at Ravazza.
Well, that's a nice illustration of exactly why then, trying to get out of the final corner.
Max finished in 7th spot, Yuki down in 16th. The session finished a couple of minutes early when Gabriel Bortoleto found the barriers after an off at turn 18. The Brazilian driver was unhurt.
Into Ravazza 1, then we're into crash corner now. And yeah, it's an oversteer on the way in and corrected off into the barrier. Not a massive impact there for Bortoleto.
I crash.
Okay, mate. Are you okay, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I think it was just the front wing.
So another McLaren 1-2, and the table looks like this. Piastri from Norris, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Gasly, Verstappen, Albon, Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg. P11 for Stroll, then came Leclerc, Antonelli, Alonso, Lawson, Tsunoda, Colapinto, Behrman, Hadjar and Ocon.